Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to another Magic Arena Explorer video. So today we are playing some Rakdos Midrange, a popular strategy in the format, although fallen out of favour a little recently in favour of the Vampires build of Rakdos, but let's see if we can bring it back, and we are running a new card. We have Kaervek the Punisher, so this is from Outlaws of Thunder Junction. It's a 3/3 legendary human warlock for 3 mana in black, and it says whenever you commit a crime, which, if you haven't come across this before, is targeting opponents, anything they control and/or cards in their graveyard, is committing a crime. You can exile up to 1 target black card from your graveyard, copy it. You may cast the copy. If you do, you lose 2 life. So any of the black cards in our deck, from Shieldred sort of down to Fatal Pushes and Thoughtseizes, when we commit a crime, we can copy one of our black spells in our graveyards and then just recast it. And remember, if it's a creature, then you just create a token copy of it. Now, that does cost us 2 life, but generally the value you get out of that will be quite good. So let's see how Kaervek can do in this particular build. And we are running a lot of kind of cheap black spells to be able to take advantage of this in the way that kind of Rakdos Midrange does. So let's take a look at some of those. Obviously, we have our 4 copies of Thoughtseize as hand disruption, but we're also running 2 copies of Duress in the main board, just to give us that additional ability to steal cards from the opponent's hand. 4 Fatal Push, 2 Bitter Triumph, and 2 Go for the Throat are our removal suite. So we are running a slightly higher density of removal than perhaps these builds have traditionally, just because we do want to be able to commit crimes fairly regularly with cheap spells, which then allow us to use the rest of our mana to cast copies of our spells from the graveyard. So we've got a fair amount of removal. And then in terms of our kind of creature mix and the rest of our deck, it is traditional Rakdos Midrange. So we've got 3 copies of Inti, Seneschal of the Sun. So whenever we attack, we can discard a card. When we do, we put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature and it gains trample until end of turn. And whenever we discard 1 or more cards, we can exile the top card of our library and play that card until our next end step. So obviously, discarding a card to Inti triggers this. Also, Chapter 2 of Fable of the Mirror Breaker will trigger it as well, so worth bearing that in mind. 4 copies of Blood Tithe Harvester, very good 2-drop, 3/2 with a blood token attached. Then, as well as Kaervek, at our 3-drop slot, we have 4 copies of Graveyard Trespasser. Incidental Graveyard Hate, very difficult to remove as it has Ward of Discard a Card. Although now that Abrupt Decay is in the format, I suppose, then we will have to keep an eye out for that. That is a good way of getting around having to deal with this card. 4 Fable of the Mirror Breaker, don't need to go through this. Very good card, you may be surprised to learn. And then 3 Shieldred the Apocalypse, kind of finishing out the curve at 4 mana. And then in terms of our mana base, so we've obviously got the large number of dual lands, a couple of Mutavaults as well, just to give us the additional creatures sometimes to punch through and do that additional damage. 2 Hive of the Eye Tyrants and a Den of the Bugbear as our creature lands, and then Castle Lochthwain, Takaduma, and Sokunzan as our utility lands, and a couple of basic swamps as well. So, this deck does run a fair number of lands, just because we do need to reliably hit all of our land drops. We do have things to do with our excess mana, in terms of casting things with Kaervek. And also, we can kind of discard away the excess lands with blood tokens or Fable of the Mirror Breaker or Inti. So yeah, we can kind of make use of the lands that we have. Then, interestingly, the sideboard's showing us 5 cards today. So we've had 3, we've had 6, now we're on 5. It's very exciting. You never quite know exactly how broken your sideboard's going to be whenever you open the game. But traditional 15-card sideboard, as you can see. So I do have them written down here again. Rather neatly handwritten. So as well as the ones we can see here, so we have 1 copy of Duress, just an additional one to bring in if we do need to hit the opponent's hand more often. 3 Knights of Dusk Shadow, so this is a very good way of stopping the opponent from gaining life. So we want to bring this in against Angels decks and things like that. 1 copy of Croxer, Titan of Death's Hunger, 1 Ashiok Dream Render, very good way of shutting down the opponent's draws, potentially milling our additional cards to kind of get value off Kaervek as well. Then we have 1 copy of Extinction Event, very targeted mass removal spell, good against mono green and things like that. And then in terms of our other cards, we have 2 copies of Damping Sphere. So that's very good at shutting down either decks which are using Lotus Fields or Nykthoses or things like that, but also decks which are trying to cast lots of different spells in one turn, as it does apply that tax on spells for each one that's been cast previously in the turn. One Kolagon's Command, very versatile modal spell. Two Lilianas of the Veil. Obviously, we've kind of seen that Planeswalker many times before, and three Unlicensed Hearse is our kind of additional graveyard hate if Trespasser isn't quite enough, or we need to be able to hit the graveyard at instant speed. So I think I've covered everything there, but we will see, as before, we will see the sideboard when we get into some games. So yeah, that is Rakdos Midrange running a new card, so let's see how it performs. Thank you very much for watching. As ever, hit those like and subscribe buttons if you haven't already, and let's go on to the ladder. Rightio, let's take the play. Can't really keep a one-lander with this deck, unfortunately. This is not a brilliant hand either, but we will keep it for now. Don't really have any other choice. Let's have a look at what the opponent's got going on. So they are running vampires. So it is tempting to take Fable here, just because of all of the value it gives them. Yeah, let's do that. Land? Not a land. Also a card we can't cast, so that's pretty annoying.
I drink only the finest.
Of course they have drawn a Vein Ripper. Well, let's kill their Sorin for now. Oh, okay, well, we're just not casting any spells, so we can quite quickly move on from this particular game. So I think Extinction Event against Vein Ripper is not bad. Liliana of the Veil isn't either. We'll stick in the other Duress. Actually, no, let's not put in more Duresses when we're on the play. 3 cards to trim. What are we getting rid of? Might trim Inti here, actually, just because they've got so many, they've got Fatal Push and things like that, which is pretty annoying. Is Croxer any good? Probably not. We want to be a bit more proactive than just making them discard a card of their choice. Well, this isn't a great hand either, but we seem to be cursed with poor land spell mix at the moment. Okay.
Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
I think we will double Harvester here instead of playing Shieldred. Just to make sure we're able to take down Liliana.
Don't overthink things.
Preacher's quite annoying, but I will be able to kill it at least. Kill Liliana. Play Shieldred.
That's my cue to leave.
And a Mutavault. Okay, well, let's send in creatures. No fatal push, at least from the opponent, which is good news. See how... Ooh, that's painful. Yeah, Chapter 2 of Fable when your opponent's got Shieldred is not a joyful experience.
Defeating you will not bring pleasure, nor pain. House Markov grows stronger.
Okay, so we will have to give up our Mutavault to be able to kill their Vein Ripper here. Discard Soken'Zan. And Haunted Ridge. Well, Takenuma at least might be useful at some point.
My heart is too hollow to kill.
We go again. Let's take a Trespasser here, as it's hard for them to remove. Excellent. Okay, now, as we're on the draw, let's pop back in Duress. Take out Extinction Event. Kolagon's Command. It's not terrible either, actually. Let's put one of those in. Take out a Kaervek on the draw. I think that will do. This coffee is far too hot. So we were able to recover from quite a weak hand there, to be honest, so just give me some hope. And this is a good one, a good mix of spells here. Interesting that they didn't take our Duress here. I still think it's worth playing it. Okay. So their hand is just medium. Now, do I want to go for the throat this? I don't think so. I'd rather save that for Shieldred. Yes, read the card. I'm reliably informed that it explains the card. Now, I will draw here, just because, yes, now I can do a thing where I go for the throat, they're Shieldred, and I copy my Blood Tithe Harvester, which is neat. Okay, we're playing a bit fast and loose with our life total here, but I think we do have to be a little risky. I will happily take this trade. Right. Well, let's attack with Kaervek. Play the old Shieldred the Apocalypse. Okay, I'm not that worried about Liliana.
This is my home, and I don't appreciate
Sacralize Kaervek.
I've always hated clothes.
Well, they do seem kinda dead here, don't they? Let's take down their Dusk Legion Zealot. Yep. Okay. And Kaervek got some action in as well, so pretty good start, recovering from some quite bad hands in the first two games. Finally, we seem to have broken our curse of being on the draw. And is good as long as we draw some more land. Okay, we haven't yet. Is this Greasefang? It smells like Greasefang, doesn't it? Oh no, it's Amalia combo. Okay. Good. Land. I mean, we could have killed Amalia there with our Harvester, but I don't think we need to until next turn. Okay, maybe we should have done. No, okay. We're good for now. So let's Fatal Push our friendly person here. Attack. We can discard Kaervek, I think, here. I don't think we're going to have time to durdle with that. Not a land. No, let's chill on that, actually. Just because we might need the blood again. They always have spare copies, don't they? gonna have to die, I'm afraid. Well, I suppose... Yeah, no, because I can't. Ah. Yeah, I don't have a removal spell for Amalia after they've gained all their life, so... Let's not stick around for that, but instead let's put in Knight of Dusk Shadow, Ashiok, Extinction Event. Want all of our removal, I think. Kaervek is too cute, I think, for this deck. Duress can go on the play as well. Yeah, that's fine. I haven't seen Amalia combo in Explorer forever, actually. Interesting. I haven't missed it. There's potentially an argument for running Graveyard Hate against it, but just don't think that does enough. Slightly awkward in potentially having to Extinction Event away my knights, but... We're stopping them gaining life, at least. That is something. Would like some interaction at some point. But we've got 2 redraws coming, so... Okay. Well, you can't gain life, so I'm going to kill your combo. It's almost worth Extinction eventing on Odd here now, isn't it? Let's get rid of Duplicate Knight and Blood Crypt. Yeah, I think that's probably the best thing to do. Yep, sacrifice the Saviour to... No, wrong one. This way at least they prevent 2 damage while having their Innkeeper still around. Gosh, I wonder if this is another collected company. Who could possibly tell? I'm not attacking into it, so, you know, have at it. I mean, the combo still doesn't work because they can't gain life, but... No. How dare you? How dare you? Right, they can't court. Okay, fine, yes. It's like, no, don't be ridiculous. Okay, more redraws. Removal, please. That's kind of removal. So, let's copy this harvester. Take down their Amalia. Kill their fauna shaman. Send in the clowns. I mean, if they have both bits of their combo here, I mean, there's very little I could have done. Ridiculous. Yeah, this is a pretty decent curve. 1, 2, 3. Don't think we can say no to this. Vampires, is it? Okay. Have myself an inty. Okay. No removal. This could be a very short game. Yeah, I don't have anything good in there, so feel free. I can cast that at least.
Fiends thirst for life.
It's not as fun when they can see it coming. Right. Stitch a duplicate Fable. Take the Preacher of the Schism. Send this dude at Sorin. Rather unfortunately, I do have to go down to 5 life here. Kaervek costing life is going to be slightly awkward. See if they can resist. No, they cannot. At least this stops their Mutavault. Yep. Okay, well, that's something. I think we can just chill. Fortunately, cannot copy either of these because they are both legendary. Still not enough to kill Shieldred, which is the main thing. Start gaining some of that life back. How much do I want? Inti? Not that much, I don't think. Rather have the 2 life. Okay. Just pass the turn again. Good, good. Take a redraw, lose 2 more life. Soren's good.
You are fortunate I have not killed you already. My blood flows through you.
So is Trespasser, though, so play that. Chomp on their Vein Ripper. Do I want any of these cards? Ooh, yeah, let's take back Fatal Push, actually. Kill that. Nope. We'll copy this Trespasser. Okay. Going all the way to Value Town here. Our life total is recovering nicely. And now even if they pull Vein Ripper off the top, they don't have the loyalty to cast it. Well, I suppose I should look in their hands now, shouldn't I? Let's have another Trespasser. Why not, indeed? Oh, so much value. Copy again. Well, this is fun. We should do this more often. I'll just keep chomping away at their life total, I think. Our life total's looking pretty unassailable now.
This is not my final demise.
They go to 1. Very good. So, Duress, Liliana of the Vale, Extinction Event. Inti can come out for fear of Fatal Push. Let's trim a Trespasser as well. Certainly getting our reps in against vampires. Yeah, this is a decent hand. Kaervek plus removal is always good. Do I even bother Fatal Pushing that? Suppose I should, cause Fatal Push may well come back later. Okay, that's pretty good. So I'll just carry on regardless. Hope they don't have the old Sorin combo. No, good, good. Keep taking out their stuff. Play Kaervek.
Those who get in my
It's annoying.
way tend to regret it. Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
And I'll do it again. No, not my Fatal Push. Let's
I'm tired of your secrets.
ditch Blood Crypt here. Okay, that's a reasonable draw, so... Harvester... Lockthwain. At least gives us an answer if they try to, if they minus Liliana, we can keep our Shield Rid. Okay, no we can't. They're really on absolute menace, aren't they?
I know when I'm not. One of your friends has to leave.
I'll do it again. Don't think that I won't. Oh, could this possibly be a Fatal Push? Unfortunately, Fable flipping is quite annoying. It does mean a permanent has left the battlefield on their side. But maybe they won't realise. Yeah, I don't think they have realised. It's good, isn't it? Well, Treasure does the same thing, doesn't it? Don't think they're going to forget about that. Maybe they just don't have the fatal push. Could have been a bluff.
I have not survived millennia to stand down now. Your lifeblood is sweeter than mine.
Yeah, possibly they just don't have it. Okay, let's assume that's the case now. Fine, go ahead. Your life total's still getting absolutely chopped on by Shieldred. Yeah, I mean, they can keep making 1/1s. Not a huge problem for me.
The blood is the life.
I do want a removal spell for this Preacher, though, just because it's getting in the way of me attacking. Ooh, that's quite neat. Okay, let's get rid of all odd mana value creatures. Can I just ignore Sorin here? I don't think so. I think we should probably try and kill him.
Watch your temper.
They've had a lot of looks for removal at this point. Still haven't found it, though. Yeah, they should have given it lifelink here.
Our fiends thirst for life.
Okay, that's good. So kill Sorin.
These childish games.
Attack for 4. They go to 7. Nice. Alright, well, let's draw with our own Shieldred. Ah, the old Shieldred mirrors, eh? That's pretty aggro, because if I have a way of answering their Shieldred, then that's going to cause them problems. Not with those cards, I won't. Draw with Castle Lochthwain. That's awful. Just get this out of our hand. Pass the turn. That's fine. Activate old Multivolt. Yep. Double block. I can kill my Multivolt, but I get a hive. Well, that's certainly determined to cause me problems here. Okay, that is at least a creature. Which we can use to redraw a card. How many cards? 36. God, have I really only drawn 24 of my cards this game? Get rid of Blood Crypt. Oh, Christ alive. There are cards in this deck that aren't lands. Thank you. Fine, fine. Cuts down their mana supply quite a lot as well. They go to 5. Ah! I was going to say, they've drawn, like... How much more land am I going to draw than them? Ah! This useless thought. No! Oh my god. That was ridiculous. Right. Let's go a bit more aggro on the play. I'm going to need to lie down for several weeks after that performance. Oof, that is some heavy land penalty they're paying there. I think probably Harvester's the right shout here. Just gives me a redraw. Okay. I think I do want a fourth land, but I can discard a fifth one. This could be Vein Ripper or something. No, just a land, fine. Fine, land number 5 in the bin. Kaervek's pretty good. Right, we're in a reasonable position this game. Faithful push their Zealot. Use Kaervek to copy Trespasser. Well, I might want more stuff from my graveyard, so just keep doing what we're doing. That's fine, it doesn't actually do anything, so... I mean, they're still just dead, aren't they? Yes. Right. Well, after all that, don't think I'll ever speak to any opponent ever again. So that's interesting. That seems to be relatively well matched against vampires. I mean, we had the edge in all 3 games there. If it hadn't been for the there's a pack. If it hadn't been for the utterly ludicrous flood that we had in that second game, we would definitely have won. So, but yeah, no, Kaervek certainly provided some value there. Yeah, Rakdos Midrange still a pretty good threat in the format. Is it still the best deck? Probably not. I think other things have kind of usurped it, but certainly can't write it off. So yeah, here's the deck list one more time. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Hit those like and subscribe buttons, as ever, and we'll see you next time.